Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel WordPress Geek. This is my Fiverr profile. If you find it hard to reduce initial server response time, please send me a message on my Fiverr inbox. I have gigs related to WordPress speed only, and my reviews are also good to read. Let's begin today's video. This is our demo site where we will do all the experiments. As you can see, it's showing reduce initial server response time error in gate metric. Click on waterfall. You can see this long line here. That's the server response time, which is really long here. If you hover the mouse on the site URL, then you will see this small box showing the time taken to load this request. In this box you can see it's taking 861 ms for waiting only. There are multiple tools to check server response time, but we are choosing Bitcacher.com. You can put your site URL in this box and click Test Now button. Along with server response time, it will show LCP and total blocking time also. In here our site server response time is 11 ms. You scroll down, it will show the server response time for your server in different locations. Here my site response time in US West is 10 ms. US East is 2 ms. The slowest is Mumbai, India. There are many problems that increase server response time. But above all is the page caching provided by managed hosting providers. They also offer an out-of-box cache. God knows what that is, but they use a different cache from the server, which will not allow the admin to add page cache into the WordPress. As you can see, if the site is hosted on a managed hosting, WP Rocket will not show any option to purge of cache. To reduce initial server response time, it is always recommended to use OP cache and main cache in your site. Google page speed insight will always show the avoid an excessive DOM size. Here you can see the number of elements in my page are very low. But look at this sample page I found on Google. If you check, the page is loaded with elements. It's a large page to render, so the initial server response is going to be low for him. The issue that can cause server response time error are the SVG images. How? Look at this long code in this site. It's an SVG icon path. It takes time to render. The DOM building is stopped until this code is rendered into an image. Until it's not rendered, the browser will show nothing except a blank page. To fix this issue, you can lazy load the SVG icons and images easily. To do this, add the small CSS code into your site's theme's additional CSS section. Add SVG and in brackets add content visibility property with hidden. Here is how it will look like after adding that CSS. It will not render the SVG before page load. Now we can add a small JavaScript code that will load the SVG or remove the CSS after the page load is complete. This way the SVG icons and images will be lazy loaded. Heard Cloudflare can reduce initial server response time. Let's test it today. Add a page rule with cache level everything, and don't forget to add a cache level bypass rule to WP admin directory also, otherwise it will create conflicts in your site. Let's test it with GetMetrics with Cloudflare attached. It's showing a 69 ms in loading the main document. Now we will pause Cloudflare and test it again on GetMetric. By pausing the site on Cloudflare it will bypass Cloudflare cache and will respond directly from server. This time it's showing 683 ms for document load, so it's proved that Cloudflare can reduce initial server response time. There are many page caching plugins, but I recommend WP Rocket and W3 Total Cache. WP Rocket is a premium plugin and charge $100 for single site, but it contains all the tools that you will need to optimize your site completely. W3 Total Cache, on the other hand, is a free but powerful plugin. The cons in W3 Total Cache is it's complex for a beginner to configure, but WP Rocket does all the work by itself. Just after activation, WP Rocket contains scripts such as remove unused CSS and delay JS execution, which are enough for a small site to load under 1 second if configured properly. Install W3 Total Cache. Click on Add New in Plugins drop down and write W3 Total Cache in search box. Once it appears, click Install and then Activate. After installation, you can go to Performance tab and click Setup Guide. Scroll down, click Next to begin. In Page Cache Testing, click Test Page Cache. Once it's done, select the smallest time on right side and click Next. Same for Database Cache, Object Cache and Browser Cache. You can use the lazy load if you don't have any lazy loading plugin already installed. After going to Dashboard, go to Browser Cache section and enable HTTP zip compression. This save settings and purge cache.